was your experience though in the NFL? Like, obviously you've seen it all. You done it all. Like, how was your experience though overall? Did you enjoy it?
Loved it. But even when I counsel like younger players, this is the thing about Cam Newton that people don't really talk about. Cam Newton not playing in the NFL because somebody thinks Cam Newton is not good enough to play in the NFL.
Facts.
I'm fine with that.
Right.
Cam Newton not playing in the NFL because Cam Newton slapped a chick. Cam Newton never got a DUI. Cam Newton never had a conduct detrimental. Cam Newton never had a street fight. Cam Newton never had excessive speed and things like that. Long story, I kept the main thing the main thing.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? Too many times you got athletes trying to be dope dealers. You got athletes trying to be, and I'm not trying to knock nobody. You know, they trying to be rappers. It's like, yo, keep the main thing the main thing. Like, if you have a hobby, cool. But your main thing is trying to be the best basketball player that you possibly could be. For me, I always knew I wanted to be the best football player that I possibly could be. And anything getting in that way, it had to be moved out of the way. And that's including family. See, if they don't understand you, they're not for you.
Right.
Why would you have to make me choose from being the best version of myself so I could take care of everybody, but you making it about you? You can't do that. Too many times I had opportunities to go out, didn't. Too many times I had opportunities to do this, I didn't, because I knew I had to sacrifice. That sacrifice ended up being worth it, but there's also times where I had an amazing time. There's times where I had money to do whatever the hell I wanted to do, and I did it. But it wasn't for everybody to see.
Facts.
It wasn't for everybody to be like, yo, we out here. Like, no, bro, like, you got to be inconspicuous sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You got to practice discernment, and I always had that. And I just learned from afar from so many different players. It's like, yo, being in the NFL is a responsibility, but it's even more of a responsibility to protect your privacy. And
How do you feel about athletes going into the league in relationships?
it's not realistic. That percentage is low. Because why? Do I like to see it? Yes. Is it realistic for sustainability? No. Because in relationships, going into the league, you know the broke version of that person.
Yeah. Facts.
You don't know the rich version of that person yet.
True.
So y'all relationship was built off of something that can potentially change with money.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Like, they knew Angel Reese with a G-Shock. They didn't know Angel Reese with a bust-down Rolex on. You see what I'm saying? That's a different type of angel. And it's not to say that I'm superficial now. It's just to say, like, yo, my life has changed. I remember going into the NFL, and I'd never been to a steakhouse. Like, I was so embarrassed to order because the person who took me to the steakhouse, which was my agent at the time, they took me to Morton's. And I was like, yo, I'm used to Longhorns. I'm used to Outback Steakhouse. Like, I'm used to Red Lobster. And I was so embarrassed because I didn't know what to order. And my parents raised me on a merit, like, don't take advantage.
Right.
So I'm literally trying to, like, order something that's the cheapest on the menu, but being at those steakhouses, they don't have the price on the side. They don't got chicken tenders at no
They don't
time.
got that. And if you better not order well done steak.
Come on.
Better not.
And you better not ask for no A1 sauce.
Better not.
Come on, or no Heinz 57 sauce either. You're showing your ratchetness.
Oh
You
my
see what I'm saying?
God.
But I had to learn that. I just heard Shannon Sharp say something that was extremely impactful, and shout out to Uncle Shay. He was like, his brother did what he did without no navigational system.
Right.
Like, he was the first. So for me, being the first millionaire, thousandaire person in my family, in my bloodline, it was a lot of pressure that I didn't even know I had until you being thrusted into a space and everybody's expecting something from you.
Right.
Your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your childhood friend. It's like, bro, I'm not changing. You are.
You always been into fashion.
Thank you. Stupid.
What made you want to? What made you?
She's trying to ask a question, Ma.
what,
Thank you, babe.
what made you want to do like your whole hat thing?
Outside of it being a business for me, I always wore hats. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times people always look at me and they say certain things like, man, why he doing too much? And I always say, you're just not doing enough.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? I always say, like, you really got dressed to blend in. Well, I got dressed to stand out.
Facts. And it's okay to stand out. People
Yeah, like,
don't
I'm trying
realize
to tell
that.
you, like, I wore what I wore because I would feel a certain type of way if somebody walked into the club with the same type of shoes that I had on. The same jersey, the same pants, the same thing. I started saying, like, listen, bro, like, I used to wear lids hats. So then I was like, bro, I'm getting too old for that, so I need to start changing it up to fedoras. I met a person in LA, and we started this hat company, Mashika, and that just been a part of my brand. And it's like, yo, I know without a shadow of a doubt, when I get ready, ain't nobody gonna be wearing what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
And it's about confidence. And like for me, if I'm comfortable in it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna wear it. So it's not for me to have somebody else's approval of like, yo, like that's cool. That's a cherry on top. But like, sweetheart, homeboy, all y'all like, I like that y'all like my outfit, but I didn't ask for it anyway. You know what I'm saying? I was just gonna be me. And there's too many times in life that people are expecting other people's validation when they don't need that.
Yeah.
Social media teaches us that. How many likes, how many impressions, how many views. Man, I make content, I dress up, I do a lot of things for my own validation. And that's just how I rock and roll.
Wow.
It's too smart for you, baby. It's big.
I love that. I think a lot of times in this generation, we get caught up in what other people think and what other people feel, and I'm glad that I was able to bring you on here because you're unapologetic. You speak your mind.
Yes, ma'am.
People don't like you for that reason. They love you, they like you, they hate you, they don't. But at the end of the day, hating pays too, and I realized that.
People don't like me?
You know, you think everybody in the world love you?
I love me so much that I don't even see the hate in other people.
Period.
Exclamation point.
We know.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like man, Angel, man, you have such a calling just to understand, like, from a parent that has daughters, and for my daughters to know you, that's not normal.
We got to get your girls to the game.
Like, for sure. It's mandatory.
We got to get them there.
I just want you to know you have so much responsibility for the culture.
Thank you.
And you've been doing it and wearing it so well, and I'm just so proud.
Thank you.
Queen of the Ring is based on an incredible true story of Mildred Burke, who chased her dream to become a pro wrestler at the time when women's wrestling was outlawed across the country. And eventually, she became the first female $1 million athlete. You know where I stand when it comes to empowering women. I love seeing other women succeed. Queen of the Ring is available only in theaters beginning March 7th. Get your tickets now. You don't want to miss this.